Hi, you guys. As you all can see, I am up late in the midnight hour. Well, it's actually 1 o'clock, but I have been up tossing and turning, tossing and turning, tossing and turning. And I was like, Lord, what is going on with your child? And my my coworker told me it's spiritual warfare. And I've been trying to stay in the presence of God. I've been trying to be more low key. I've been trying to be kind of quiet. I've been trying to ask God, to just shield me, protect me, put me in positions where I can hear him clearly and I don't want to make no stupid or dumb moves or nothing like that. Um, but lately my mother has been on me really heavy lately, and for all that know, my mother is deceased. Um, if you go back and watch my previous Hoops and Hurdles episodes or get my book, Resuscitated from Pain to Purpose, that is available for purchase on Amazon. Um, my mother died when I was like 14. Never had a father in the house, so whatever. Dysfunctional family, if you really want to be honest. But for some reason, my mother just really been heavy on my spirit, and I know she's in a better place, but I think is I'm getting closer to achieving another milestone in my life, a big milestone in my life. Like I'm literally like right here at the finish line, um, ready to complete this milestone in my life, and my mother is not here. And I think that's what's really weighing on me is that I done achieved so many milestones. Um, I have went through so many barriers, came over so many obstacles, and went through hoops and hurdles all my life, and my mother wasn't there. And I know a lot of people like, oh, she with you in spirit. That's understandable, but it's not like having your mother there physically. If you never lost a parent, you, you really can't relate. Um, when I graduated high school, that was my mother dying week, but my mother wasn't there. When I went to prom, my mother wasn't there. When I had my boyfriend, my mother wasn't there. I didn't even have her there to give me advice on how to date or meet my boyfriend or anything like that. When I went to college and uh, was going through that, my mother wasn't there. I was the first to graduate my family with a 4 year, degree. My mother wasn't there. Um, Graduated with my master's. My mother wasn't there. I started my own podcast, speaking engagement, just publishing my first book. My mother wasn't there. I just got honored last year, for my achievement. My mother wasn't there. It's just a lot of milestones that I have made in my life. My mother is there. And you have people, I have had people who come by life as mother figures, but it's it's nothing like your mother. When I cry, my mother isn't there. When I'm worried about something or need to solve a problem or make a decision, my mother isn't there. When I had my miscarriage, my mother wasn't there. When I go through health things, my mother isn't there. When I tell y'all it's really been me and God, it's been let me flip that. When I tell y'all it's been God and me, it's really been God and me. People just don't understand why I put up so many walls and so many barriers and why I protect myself the way I do because I've been hurt by people so many times and I'm just over being hurt. Um, but when God told me it was okay to open doors, to let people in, I did that because He wanted me to know that I wasn't alone and that it was people out there that really cared about me and didn't want to, do any harm to me. But I guess it's just I'm getting to another milestone in my life, and my mother isn't there. I don't have no. You know how people have pictures with their mom, and they have girl day with their mom, and or they have picture with their parents, or they taking out of town trip with their like it's something they somebody do with their parents, or I don't have none of those memories. The pictures y'all see are old pictures that I had from a photo album that I no longer have access to because my sibling felt like he needed everything and I didn't need nothing. Um, it's hard, y'all. And I go around like I really lean and depend on God. And I'm up because I've been tossing and turning because I'm like I'm at another milestone that I'm about to complete, and my mother isn't here, and my mind is just wondering and wondering and just doing its own thing. I'm like, Lord, please intercede. Please intercede. I moved to Texas, no family support. Been in Texas 6 years, no family support. Done relocated in the state of Texas. Hmm. I only had a cousin who I stayed with when I moved to Texas, supported me in my growth. And I appreciate Spider for that. That meant a lot coming from him because he let me know that he see me. He is proud of me, and that meant a lot to me. Um, I'm just in a different headspace right now, yeah. I ain't never been here before, but I'm trusting God, trusting God. This is a whole different headspace for me, but I'm trusting God. And I think that's why I'm so passionate when it comes to youth because people act like children don't have feelings or emotions. People act like children don't go through things, you know. But when I lost my mother, I was an adolescent. I was 14 when I lost my mother. But as I was going through those stages as an adolescent, my mother was in transition of, you know, her colon cancer, you know, and people never sit down and ask me, well, Teresa, how you feel? Are you okay? You know, let's start you grief counseling. None of that. My mama tried to prepare me the best way she could, but it went so fast. And even after she died, did nobody even ask me, was I okay? Did nobody even ask me, did I need counseling? What can they do to help me? It was just all about getting money, exploitation. Even when my grandmother passed. And I guess I kind of was okay because I still had my granny, you know. And I was like, okay, I still got my grandma. And if you know me, I was a mama and a grandma girl. I was a really big mama and grandma girl. So I'm like, okay, I still got my grandma class. I'm Gucci. Um, because she kind of stepped in and did what she could as being a mother, but she could only do so much. She could only do so much. But and when she died on Christmas of '05, it's like my whole world crashed. It's like a piece of me just left and never returned. And I suppressed all my feelings because, again, did nobody ask me, you okay? How you feel? And I done seen two people that I love pass away. And again, ain't nobody asked me how you feel. You okay? I was being raised by a whole nother family. I just really never had stability. I really never had stability. Um, I'm in my room, but it is what it is. But I never had stability. I have been from house to house, slept on couches. Um, when I got my first apartment, I ended up getting robbed at gunpoint, pistol to the head. Really ain't never just lived life. Never went nowhere. I ain't gone nowhere. I have been working since I was 18, just trying to stay afloat. Never was taught financial literacy. That's why I'm so big, like I said, on you and getting my program off the ground and teach those things um, because they wasn't taught to me. But now that I'm older and I've learned a lot of things, um, that's my way of giving back through my organization, Courageous Citizen Company, to the youth. I don't want to keep working in juvenile correction when it's a bigger issue and a bigger problem outside of that. Um, it's just hurtful. I don't blame God because it's God's will. I never blame God. I don't question God. My great grandma used to always say, "Don't question God and His word. Just trust Him." Um, but it's hurtful knowing that your father didn't want you. It's hurtful when your mother died, pass away, transition before, as soon as you get into your adolescent stage and before you get into your 20s, you lose your grandmother. Um, all I know is when God get me to where He's going, to where He's trying to get me to, because I'm not. He's not taking me through this to be mediocre. I'm gonna be so known in this world, like literally an icon, a legend. People gonna know me, literally know me because the things I have gone through and what I'm still going through and dealing with. When God bring me out, all them doors God started to open for me, and I began to walk in them. All them platforms I'm gonna stand on, the collaboration, it's gonna be like, wow. It's many times I thought about taking my life. I ain't lying. The devil tried to get me a couple of times with that. I just was like, I'm done. I don't even wanna. I just want to see my mother again, you know. But I was like, I'll never feel if I do that. You just snap back into it. But I think it's weighing on me that I'm about to hit another milestone, and my mother is not here to even witness. Like people, like, oh, she here in spirit. That's understandable. Like, but she's not here in physically. Like, for this milestone, I'm about to hit. Like I'm finna really try to go big. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a huge milestone, and I don't have my mother there. Like me get my hair done, and somebody say, "Hey, do this, do that, do that." Just and I went and I've been going through life trying to fill that void. I miss that. I miss my mother. I miss time with my mother where we would have um we would play Monopoly or we'll play Uno. She tried to teach me how to play skip-bo, but I went down with that. Or we'll play goldfish or I declare war. And as we playing all the games, we used to play Operation and also, but as we play all the games, stuff like that, she'll go fix me rice pudding. It's like an old week recipe. Uh, fix me that, and or we have the popcorn. And back then, we didn't really have a microwave, so we did the old way where you put the oil in the pot and pop with the kernels and stuff like that. Um, I miss having mommy and daughter time. That was like the highlight of my day. Like even my mama when she used to work as a sheriff in Mississippi downtown Jackson. She used to work at 3 to 11 shift. And even when she got off at 11, I used to be in my room and I hear her come through the door, and it was like the highlight of my night. And she'll go take a bath. And when she take a bath, she'll go in her room, and I used to go in her room, and we would just talk. It's the small things I miss, and mostly it's just me having mommy and daughter time. Those, if you have a daughter, please understand those are the most important things in their life. Is bonding um, with their mother, even if it's like my mom used to bake like cakes, homemade cakes. And I used to be in there. I ain't gonna trip. I wasn't helping her bake the cake. I was just in there with the bowl. I was just waiting on the bowl. I was just waiting on the bowl, y'all. But she'll bake while she baking cake. She'll finish. After she put the filling and everything in the pot, she'll give me the bowl. Like it be the small things where you spend time with your daughter that makes a difference. And I knew, and I know it when I got older, it would have been better because we would have been able to do more because I was older. Um, but I never got to experience those things, and it hurt. Yeah, here I am gonna hit another milestone, and it hurt. I never questioned God. Not about question God. It was His will. But if you have children, spend time with them, love on them, let them know you care about them. Uh, with my mother and grandma, we could sit down and talk about the dumb stuff, but they didn't care. Long as I was able to laugh and talk. Like my grandma, she loved to like tickle me Elmo, and I used to do the little tickle me Elmo noises for her just to make her laugh. But it didn't matter. We bonded, like we watched movies together. I don't have that anymore. And yeah, I have people that want to be there. Try to be there. They say they love me, and I'm not alone. Hmm. I love them too. But when you used to having time with your loved ones, it's just really not. I just don't even know how to explain it. If you ain't never lost a parent, it's just sometimes it's so unexplainable. And I was close knit with my mother and my grandmother, so I was just doing everything with them. And a lot of people not built like that. I've been called mushy. I've been called clingy. I've been called everything under the sun. But this is how I was raised. So some people don't get it. It's just my mind was just one. And I'm like, God, please intercede. And that's why I fight for youth like I do. That's why I am all down for the youth. Because I'm like, baby, they have a voice, they have feelings, they have emotions, they have problems too. And it's all about, being seen, being heard, being loved correctly, your word and your actions are lining up and you just not saying it, but your actions not lining up. It'll mess anybody up. Don't be telling people stuff and your actions not lining up. That's trauma. Yes, that's trauma. That's how trust issues start to accumulate because you're telling people things or you're telling this child or something, but your actions are not lining up with that. That's trust issues. Trauma is accumulating there. You don't want that. Because I don't have people tell me stuff all the time and their actions never line up with what they tell me. That's why people say stuff to me now, I be like, I kid you not, I be like, yep. Because I need to see your actions line up with your words. When I get through this milestone, I can't wait to write my second book. Because you can overcome your trauma. I went to counseling. Um, and then my counselor always told me if you ever have to come back, it's called a tune up. So it's okay to go back and get a tune up. Um, but like I said, if you have never lost a parent, you will never understand these feelings. If you have it's just a whole different feeling. And like I said, I was a mother and a grandmother girl. Like I was both of them. So when I lost both of them, it was like, God dang, bro. I'm not gonna lie, my family was never stable. Not with me. It was other people raising me, or trying to raise me, or help raise me. I was practically grown, but I was lost too. I didn't know which way to go. I was just clinging on to whoever said they love me and they got me. Just walking in darkness, blind leading the blind. But now my discernment kicks in. I'm more observant. If something don't feel right to me, I'm gonna move myself back. Um, I'm more alert. I'm more intimate with God, and I talk to God more. And I never say I walked away from God, but it's just now I'm in a more intimate space with Him where I be like, Lord, if this ain't your will, get me out of here. Hmm. Another milestone without my mother, but to God be the glory. It won't be like this out. God gonna send me my husband and my child, and when I get married, or when I have my child, I'm going to try to spend every moment with my baby. 'Cause I want my child to not feel like they have to beg for my attention or have to fight for my attention. My words gonna match my action. When I had that miscarriage, that was the most horrible feeling ever. Um, but God knew what He was doing. And with that situation, it was like me being my mother all over again, and my child's father was like my daddy all over again. So God was like, "No, we ain't doing it again." And I thank Him for protecting me from that. But something is coming in my life, and it's gonna be so huge because where I am right now, y'all, people say it's the wilderness. I just know I ain't never been here before, and I'm just trusting God in this space. It's heavy. I'm not gonna even lie. It's so heavy, but I'm gonna keep carrying this cross. But it, it's heavy. But I'm gonna get to the promised land. I am. When I see my mother again, my Lord, my race is not gonna be in vain. Me carrying this cross is not gonna be in vain. Me enduring and going through things that I have gone through is not gonna be in vain. I'd rather take every lick, every hit, or whatever I gotta take, because my child would not endure none of the generational curses that I have endured. We're not doing that. It stops with me. So yeah, I gotta get up and see what I. But this is where my mind was late in the midnight hour. I said, God, I need some help. And I was talking to him. He said, use your platform and let people see the vulnerable side of you. Let them see that despite of the weight that you are carrying, you still trust. And I do. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. Can't nobody do me like the Lord. All this way. Y'all have an amazing morning, night, but something's always happen late in the midnight hour. But just trust and believe God is in the midst. God will never leave you nor forsake you. God holding you up in his hand. Those voids that we try to fill, God wants to fill them for us. And even though I'm about to complete another huge milestone in my life, God is going to make that the best day of my life when I get ready, or the day I complete it. He's gonna, he's gonna make it an amazing day. Because that's the type of God we serve. He loves us. You know we go through things. Even Jesus will. But it's how we handle it, what we do with it. And mine is to encourage, inspire, push others, um, and let people know you're not alone. You are not alone. We all go through things. And this is me. This is my midnight hour, what I'm going through right now. But God, um, but all is well. Y'all have an amazing night. Love y'all.